outlet covered it like, oil goes down and the stock exchanges go back up to the green after Donald Trump talks about Iran. And a left-wing outlet covered it like, surprise, Trump tacoed out of his plan to obliterate Iranian power plants. As you can see, very different vibes here. One of my favorite features on Ground News has to be the blind spot feature, which shows you news stories that have been covered by one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Trump is still more popular than Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom, despite everything that's going on. But they're still gonna run them in 2028, aren't they? 29 sources covered this, 70% of them were right-wing, and only 15% were left-wing, probably because it's a little embarrassing. I have been using Ground News for years now. It is one of the first apps I look at when I wake up in the morning. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center called it an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to get all of their amazing features. So go to ground.news/shoe, that's ground.news/shoe, or use the QR code right here on screen, or the link in the video description. I think what they're doing is really important, especially right now. I feel like we need to see the news in a more transparent and balanced way. It is just a really great app and I recommend it. So thank you Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you the viewer for not skipping the ad, as always. Right? Now let's get back to the video. Happy day 24 of the special 2-week military operation, everybody. We did it! Mission accomplished. I feel like every day I wake up and Trump is like, we won. And then something else blows up. And then again, he's like, we won. And then we're back at war, but it's not a war, but we won the war. Hey, maybe it will be over by the time this video uploads, because apparently Iran wants to talk to JD Vance. JD Vance is apparently the peacemaker here. Imagine the Iran war. Imagine possible World War III even. In the hands of a shoe-on-head fan. We're all gonna die. People word for word, bar for bar, repeating the NPC talking points that we heard during the Iraq war. This Middle Eastern country is building weapons of mass destruction. They hate America. We're gonna bring them democracy. It's all the same shit. It's all the same people pushing for this shit. Only this time we have social media and we are seeing war propaganda from all sides being debunked right in front of our eyes. Social media has like truly been the worst thing that has ever happened to the government. Imagine like getting away with decades and decades of propaganda now being debunked in real time by people called like pee-pee-poo-poo-69. Brutal. Sorry, I have to like white balance my camera. I'm using... It's story time! I'm gonna be the new Miss Rachel. Today's number is 7, and we're gonna talk about Tower 7! Anyway, I'm not the kind of person that's like, oh, I hope Iran wins. That's like, I saw people saying that, like, that is psychotic. I don't want to go down with the USS Great Satan, you know what I mean? Like, if we're in a war, I want to win the war. I just don't understand why there has to be a war. We know regime change doesn't work. We've tried this already. It never works. We always make shit worse. We're not the world police. There are so many people all over the world suffering, but our priority as America is to take care of Americans. And the American people are suffering. And now we're asking for $200 billion for war? $200 billion. Notice nobody's like, who's gonna pay for that? When it's shit like war, but when it's for your mom's diabetes medication, it's pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. $200 billion while American situations have not gotten any better. In fact, they're just going to get worse now. Everything is going to get more expensive, but that's okay, apparently. That's okay. That's not a concern.
The U.S. economy is fundamentally sound, and that if it were to be extended, it wouldn't really disrupt the U.S. economy very much at all. It would hurt consumers, and we'd have to think about, you know, if that continued, what we would have to do about that. But that's like really the last of our concerns right now.
Consumers, that's what we are to these people. Just good little obedient bug people, gonna go see a Marvel movie, maybe buy a Labubu, eat a little Dubai chocolate. We have no soul, no lives, no families to take care of. We are just consumers. And when we can't take care of those families, you know what their solution is? What's their solution? Take fewer trips to Starbucks. If I say what I am thinking, I will be banned off YouTube, so I will simply be silent. Gas is gonna be like $1 billion, but that's okay, guys. Short-term pain, long-term gain.
This is a short-term disruption for the long-term gain.
Short-term pain for the long-term gain.
Short-term pain be for long-term gain.
We're going to have some short-term pain with long-term gain.
Short-term pay for a long-term gain.
Some short-term pain, yes, but we've got some long-term gain.
Short-term pain for American consumers.
Short-term is highly outweighed of the long-term benefit.
Some short-term pain for the long-term gain.
What in the NPCS is this? It is your patriotic American duty to unplug the TVs in your parents' and grandparents' house right now. Destroy their satellite dishes. Log them out of Facebook. It is up to us to stop the boomers from sending the Zoomers to another war in the Middle East. The amount of people who were anti-regime change war, like last Thursday, who have completely 180'd is fucking insane. I literally have no theory of mind for being that hyper partisan brained. Like, a lot of these people are just like totally for this now because it's Trump doing it. Some of you are cattle. Some of you are weak. You are submissive and breedable. The only politician I simp for is Huey Long, and that's because he's dead and can't disappoint me. The worst part about this whole war thing is not the death and destruction and possible economic collapse and nuclear fallout, but the fact that it's good for the Democrats. They will probably win midterms, and if things get worse, they will probably win 2028 too. Without learning any lesson, without changing at all. They will literally run on Orange Man bad and win. I am tired of politics. I am tired of voting. Take away the 19th Amendment. I don't want it. I don't want it. You can, the men can have it. The men can deal with it. I'm done. I'm tired of voting for pee-pee or poo-poo and always getting diarrhea. I'm done. The end. End of video. Sorry. Mommy's not mad, she's just disappointed. Anyway, like I said, there are many stated reasons behind this war. One of the things people blame this war on a lot is Israel. Many people believe that Iran was not an immediate threat to us, and that this is just another conflict that Israel is dragging us into, making us fight their war for them. Because of this and everything that's happened in Gaza, Israel's PR is in the toilet. Polls are showing Israel is becoming extremely unpopular, especially with young people. It's getting so bad that the Israeli government literally had to pay internet influencers to say good things about them. No, I'm not kidding. This is a real thing that happened. It was filed with the US Department of Justice. They undisclosed paid a bunch of YouTubers, TikTokers, Twitter personalities to run defense for them last year, and they are most likely still doing that today. Imagine losing the internet PR war to 20-year-olds with anime avatars making TikTok edits of Jeffrey Epstein and Agartha. And listen, I know many people are tired of everybody blaming Israel for everything, like, oh, I stubbed my toe this morning, it was Israel. They associate criticism of Israel with people like Hassan Piker or Candace Owens. They are just tired, and I get it. Hopefully I can bring some nuance into this discussion. Not everything is Israel's fault, but when it comes to the Middle East in particular, when it comes to American foreign policy, Israel is extremely relevant. This is a historical fact, and if we are going to be attached to the hip to this country, we should absolutely be allowed to talk about it without a bitch in our ear calling it anti-Semitism. It is 2026. We are done with the thought-terminating buzzwords. We are done with the ists and the isms. These don't work anymore. It's not racist to criticize Black Lives Matter. It's not sexist to criticize feminism. It is not anti-Semitic to criticize a foreign country. And frankly, in my opinion, the worst thing you can do for Jewish people right now is conflate the nation of Israel with Jewish people as a whole. Like, what are you doing? Oh, you don't want the world to end in some kind of nuclear holocaust? What are you? An anti-Semite? It's like when there's legislation to give pedophiles the death penalty and people come out like, this is transphobic. It's like, what do you mean by that? It's good to question mainstream narratives. That's why this entire channel was created in the first place. We are here to criticize the media and the government that has a history of lying to us, especially on topics like this. If you don't think that's totally valid and normal and you think I'm an anti-Semite for this, well, I have been called racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic for the past 15 years. Honestly, What is one more to add to the list? When this all initially popped off, one of my first tweets about this was that many people were confused as to exactly what I was talking about. So let me explain it simply. There are people in our government right now who believe in a biblical prophecy about Israel. Pete Hegseth, Grandma, Mike Pompeo, Ted Cruz, Mike Johnson, Mike Huckabee, and many others believe a massive war surrounding the Middle East will bring Jesus Christ back. They want this. To them, this is the good ending. We'll all be saved. Great. Awesome. Unfortunately, many Americans and many people all over the world will die in a giant nuclear war. Not great. This particular religion is called dispensationalism, a type of evangelical Christianity that became popular in the 20th century. That's right, today we are talking about the EQ, the evangelical question. Evangelicals are one of the largest religious groups in America, and they are a huge, important vote block. Important detail to remember. What you have to understand is evangelical Christianity is absolutely obsessed with the end times. This isn't some offhand thing that's mentioned in the Bible and they bring up sometimes. No, this is like their whole thing. It's like all their talks, their sermons, their books. Basically, they are extremely horny for the end of the world. And many of those people are in the president's ear.
Strike and strike and strike and strike and strike and strike and strike. For angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now.
That schizo is Paula White Cain, Trump's current spiritual advisor. Like most evangelicals, she considers Israel her spiritual home, thinks Christians should be mandated to go to Israel in order to go to heaven, and believes that backing Israel is a biblical mandate. Now, what are we talking about? What do people mean by biblical mandate? Well, thanks to the Scofield Bible, a version of the Bible that placed like notes to everything that explained the biblical text, evangelicals believe it is their duty to protect Israel. You're probably thinking like, okay, so what? Like, we have overlapping interests with Israel. Who cares if the evangelicals want to protect Israel, right? Well, there's a little more to it. Basically, the evangelical dispensationalist belief goes like this. Step 1. The Jewish people return to the land of Israel. Step 2. Israel becomes the main character in a massive war. Step 3. Global destruction called the tribulation occurs. Step 4. Armageddon happens. And step 5. Jesus Christ returns. Behold, the fruits of Martin Luther. To get my biases out of the way a little bit, I was born and raised Catholic. Baptized, communion, confirmation, catechism class for years, all that stuff. I stopped caring for a while, had like a edgy atheist stage as a teenager. Then I was agnostic for a while, and then in 2020, when I moved back home during COVID, I returned to Catholicism. Needless to say, I am comfortable with identifying as Catholic again today. I don't talk about this because it's not relevant, but it's relevant here. I have many friends, a few are evangelical. This isn't to like hate on them, even though I'm gonna be making jokes, but it's just to shine a light on a heavy bias some people in power have towards the Middle East. If a bunch of Catholics were in power pushing us to go to war for the Vatican or something, that must be a conversation worth having, but that is not happening right now. And if you're wondering why Ted Cruz suddenly out of nowhere is sharing like fry cook at McDonald's being named Jesus and you falling to your knees and worshiping him as the savior, and then blowing up the world for him.
I came into Congress 13 years ago with the stated intention of being the leading defender of Israel in the United States Senate. And I've worked every day to do that. Growing up in Sunday school, I was taught from the Bible, those who bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse Israel will be cursed. Where does my support for Israel come from? Number one, because biblically we're commanded to support Israel. But number two...
Hold on.
I'm not holding on.
Hold on. You're a senator, and now you're throwing out theology, and I am a Christian, and I am allowed to weigh in on this. We are commanded as Christians to support the government of Israel?
We are commanded to support Israel.
To think all of this could have been avoided if we simply named Israel Sand, New Jersey. Dispensationalists take the Bible extremely literally. They're basically like the autism of Christianity, which is why so many Protestant evangelicals in our government are Zionists. Now let's discuss the word Zionist, because I know that word like makes some of you cringe, and I don't blame you because it's kind of just thrown around so haphazardly today, it basically means nothing. We're Zionists of all races and religions. Not all Jewish people are Zionists, not all Zionists are Jewish. Most Zionists in our government are not Jewish. So don't let them ever guilt trip you into thinking you're anti-Semitic for criticizing people like Ted Cruz. Also, it's not anti-Semitic to criticize the Jewish people in our government either, like Randy Fine, bro is a freak. There's a reason the first time I shook Netanyahu's hand, I did not watch it until I could touch the heads of my children. What the fuck? Anyway, contrary to popular belief, Zionism does not mean when you, like, passively support Israel as, like, a ally to have in the Middle East. That's not what being a Zionist is. It's like a whole ideology. It's like a movement. Now, one of the major characters who believes in this, like, doomsday lore MA is Lindsey Graham. If you don't know who Lindsey Graham is, you've probably seen him on Fox News a few times. He's been on, like, every single night the past 3 weeks to make sure he's the senator of South Carolina, and he's a notorious neocon warhawk. He has never met a war he didn't like. He is basically the real-life version of the Holden Blood Feast meme. That is Lindsey Graham. So Lindsey, girl's name by the way, believes that defending Israel is God's will, and said things like,
if America pulls the plug on Israel, God will pull the plug on us.
And I would blame anybody if they assumed he was the senator of Tel Aviv and not the senator of South Carolina. When his own state was hit with a massive hurricane, Bo said this.
Elon Musk you know, I'm going all over South Carolina, like most people hadn't slept much. But what's going on in Israel? They're running out of ammunition in Israel. We have to help our friends.
The man he says he would support a foreign country over citizens of America.
All the anti-Seminites to all the isolationists, forget, I'm not with you. I'm with Israel. I will be with Israel to our dying day.
The anti-Semites and the isolationists? The isolation... Saying you aren't with Americans and are with a foreign country is so fucking insane for a United States politician to say. How is this guy still in office? This is like borderline treasonous.
Israel and the United States, you just wait to see what comes in the next 2 weeks.
The next 2 weeks meaning what?
We're going to blow the hell out of these people.
I'm sorry, we're gonna what? It's not war if the balls don't touch. Okay, so Lindsey Graham and Ted Cruz are weird, American last freaks who believe this doomsday shit, but like, who cares, right? There's a bunch of those guys, like, who gives a f what they believe? Well, here's the issue. Ted Cruz and Lindsey Graham might be the little birdies in Trump's ear pushing us to do this war.
I urged the president to launch this attack. As you noted, I was with him
I'm gonna be
pretty
honest,
much the
Lindsey
entire
Graham is a
day
total
on Friday before the attack launched on Saturday. Pretty much the whole time he was asking me what I thought we should do on Iran.
And Lindsey Graham apparently had direct contact with Netanyahu. To help make the case on Iran, Graham traveled several times to Israel in recent weeks, meeting with members of the country's intelligence agency. They'll tell me things our own government won't tell me, he said. He spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, coaching him on how to lobby the president for action. Netanyahu showed the president intelligence that persuaded Trump to go ahead, Graham said. Ah yes, Netanyahu, someone we should definitely listen to when it comes to this subject.
There is no question whatsoever that Saddam is seeking and is working and is advancing towards the development of nuclear weapons.
I don't really care what
no question whatsoever.
No question whatsoever.
To be honest, this dude's a cook.
It's crazy how I literally warned about this happening. Like months ago, I literally warned the administration, keep away from Lindsey Graham. Trump, listen to me. Wait, Trump doesn't watch this shit. Vance, listen to me. Get people like Lindsey Graham far away from anyone in power right now. This little Venezuela stunt was cute, but we are not touching any other countries. We're not touching the Middle East, especially. No more Middle East. We all have Middle East fatigue. I just need to say, I don't like being correct about this stuff. I would rather be wrong. I would love nothing more than to be f***ing wrong about everything. If we don't put boots on the ground, if we don't create a new forever war, that would be the best thing ever. You can come back to this video and say, no, boo, wrong. And I'd be like, hell yeah. And that would be wonderful. I'll personally write a handwritten letter apologizing to Catbird for not trusting the plan. I don't know what the f*** is gonna happen. All I know is I saw a commercial for the military with white men in it. So, not a good sign. And right now, I think our good friend Lindsey Graham is talking about in boots on the ground.
Here's what I'd propose. Take Cargill, the resources they have to produce oil, control that island, put this regime down.
Is it going to, though, take Cargill? Is it going to involve U.S.
We can do this.
We can do this. What the f? For those unaware, Iwo Jima was one of the most brutal battles of World War II. About as many Americans died in that battle than all the Iraq and Afghanistan war combined. This guy is a f***. All the left is we listing Graham.
Well, we have this chance in 2,000 years. Iran is neutralized.
Sorry, this war started in 1979 when the Iranian Revolution was through the puppet government installed in the 1950s. But I guess I was wrong. This war actually started 2,000 years ago. That's right. It's not about weapons of mass destruction. It's not about democracy to Iran. Turns out we're fighting an ancient desert war. Exactly what Matt voted for. Another factor as relevant to these warmongers banging on the war drum is, of course, money. Ted Cruz and Lindsey Graham receive a ton of money from AIPAC. Many politicians in our government are paid by AIPAC, Democrat and Republican, which is why you probably don't see a ton of anti-Iran war stuff coming from even the Democrats, when they would usually jump on literally anything to make Orange Man look bad. The only thing Democrats and Republicans can agree on is protecting pedophiles and war. Great. AIPAC stands for the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. Now, you might sometimes see people bring up, like, AIPAC money, like, oh, this guy takes AIPAC money. And maybe some of you don't really understand, like, why that's a big deal. So I'm going to explain it in a nuanced way you can hopefully understand. The reason why people don't like big money being involved in politics in general is because it can literally purchase the way a politician will govern. For example, if a billionaire CEO of a health insurance company donates to a politician, you can bet that politician is probably not going to advocate for things like socialized healthcare or anything like that. And if a candidate takes a lot of money from something like AIPAC, that's a sign they'll probably have a heavy bias toward war in the Middle East. That's why people prefer when a candidate only takes like small donations from voters. There's no corporations, billionaires, or foreign governments pulling strings there. Like how I take money from you,
honestly,
the people. I am funded directly by a simp. Some politicians get paid a lot by AIPAC, and some politicians sell out for the price of a Big Mac and fries. Yikes. Weird fact, one of the top donors to AIPAC was actually the creator of OnlyFans who died recently. He gave like millions of dollars to AIPAC, and AIPAC gives millions of dollars to people in Congress. In a weird way, the government was partially funded by OnlyFans holders. Checks out. But you gotta understand, a lot of these guys would do it for free. Hypothetical. One country must no longer exist. A, the United States. B, Israel. Choose. Read Revelations and report back. When people talk about the separation of church and state, this is the shit they're talking about. What the like, what do you mean an American politician saying you out of the nation he allegedly serves be destroyed, or evangelical Wakanda? Get this guy out of here. I actually responded to this guy, I got a word right, and he just told me to read the Bible. The people in charge of our country right now, we have to go work for a biblical proxy. That is a giant, major conflict of interest. We need to be asking people like Ted Cruz, Lindsey Graham, Mike Huckabee, Mike Johnson. We need to be asking these double the same exact question. So I just checked how much this guy paid from AIPAC, and whoa, buddy! Okay, so here's where it gets schizophrenic. While I am telling you this, please mind, I don't believe this. This is what they believe. Because as I was writing, I felt like a crazy person. With the evangelical Tuesday war, there is something called the Third Temple. In Judaism, there were two temples. There was the first temple built on 10th century BC, and the second temple rebuilt around the exile. And the third temple is the new Jewish temple will be built on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem to help usher in end times. Also, interesting side note here, Jewish people, especially Orthodox Chabad Jews, who are basically like the evangelicals of Judaism, believe in this temple will not bring on the end time, but the Messianic age, otherwise known as the Golden Age, where everyone will live under no laws, where the concept of worshiping Jesus would basically be legal. Meanwhile, evangelical times, the Jews will convert to Christianity. So Christians and Jews are both looking to build this thing for very different reasons that do not complement each other at all, yet they're all working together to do it. And both think they will be right in the end. Pete Hegseth, our Secretary of War, has openly talked about rebuilding the Third Temple.
And there's no reason why the miracle of the reestablishment of Temple on Temple Mount is not possible.
Man, we just want affordable homes and groceries. What is this? And Pete Hegseth, according to the president, is apparently the guy who does not want the war to end.
He said General Raising Cane, I think.
Raising Cane? Fucking chicken sandwich, bro? What the fuck?
That's so bad.
So, what's so bad about rebuilding this temple? If none of this is true, like, who gives a shit to the freedom of religion? Well, here's the issue. If the goal is to trigger a massive war in order to get Jesus to return, they will do shit to make that happen. They will want to destroy and destabilize the Middle East. and they will use your sons and daughters to do it for them.
I go back to South Carolina, asking them to send their sons and daughters over to the Mideast.
no, you
Wow,
dumb
the
shit.
childless warmonger with no stake in the
You
and
wanna
moles
know
on
how
his
to
ass.
go? I'm
Will
ready for
children
this
go
game.
fake die in another war? That last thing is true, by the way, about the moles. Look it up. Actually, don't. You're right. There's also the area they want to build this temple thing on. Already has like a big mosque on it called the Al-Aqsa Mosque. I don't know how to fucking say that. And destroying this site would have like devastating consequences for the East and for us. Just keep an eye out if that Al-Aqsa Mosque is conveniently destroyed by a rogue Iranian missile or something in the upcoming days of this war. So yes, in the Cold War, we are being non-consensually dragged into a Cold War by 3 different sets of desert people, just as I started to get my life together. Now here is the important question. Could all this these politicians saying out loud just be religious pandering to the massive evangelical population
Probably
that
is
votes for the
pandering.
GOP to get them to vote for a war that is ultimately about, you know, like land and weapons and territory or whatever the Yes, absolutely yes. It could all be bullshit. They might regards to bombing Iran. Mr. President, God spared you in Butler, Pennsylvania to be the most consequential president in a century, maybe ever. The decision on your shoulders I would not want to be made by anyone else. You have many voices speaking to you,
Bro,
sir, but there is
the
only one
Glades,
voice that
the
matters.
fucking
His
Glades
voice.
donuts are
I am your
real.
appointed servant in this land, and I am available for you. But I do not try to get in your presence
This
often because
land?
I trust your instincts. No president in my
Dude,
lifetime has been
I'm
in a
sorry, but
position
that's
like
weird.
yours. Not since Truman in 1945. I don't reach out to persuade you, only to encourage you. I believe you will hear from heaven, and that voice is far more important than mine or anyone else's. You sent me to Israel to be your eyes, ears, and voice, and make sure our flag flies above our embassy. My job is to be the last one to leave. I will not abandon this post. Our flag will not come down. You did not seek this moment. This moment sought you. It is my honor to serve you. Mike Huckabee. Not since Truman in 1945.
Wasn't that
What
when
did he
the
mean by
Pearl
this,
Harbor
chat?
happened?
In conclusion, evangelical Wakanda is an interesting aspect to all of this to consider. It might not be the only cause of the war. I don't think it is. I think there's many different reasons. But I think it is pretty important to consider the fact that there are people in power right now who are very close to the President of the United States who may be a teeny itsy bitsy bit biased when it comes to war in the Middle East. Also, draft Lindsey Graham. That is all. Thank you for your attention to this matter. If you guys want a completely uncensored version of this video with no bleeps, donate to my Patreon, link down below. All Patreons get a raw version of each video a day before. Become a member of Big Simp today. Also, big shout out to Ground News again for sponsoring this video. It was hard to get a sponsor for this video. I was about to do it with no sponsor, and Ground News was like, sure, we'll do it. Talk about whatever you want. Like, that's based. That's based. Go give them some love. And I will see you guys next time with a slop video. I promise.
All hail slop-tube. That's all I care about. Honestly though, like sometimes you just need to like chill and
for I hear the sound of victory. I hear the sound of victory. I hear the sound of victory.
Weirdo.
Squatter turned into human burrito?
A real estate...
Are we really gonna watch another one of these?
You must.
Honestly,
Please
I kind of want to. I kind of want to. I do. I kind of want to watch it.
And I like reacting to your reaction, so please.
This
do.
is
Those who delight to attack.
This is a good title. I feel like yeah. All right, let's see it. Here we go.
A real estate property manager calls the police after someone breaks into a home he's selling and is still inside the property claiming squatters' rights. What officers don't know is the burglar inside is the worst Karen we've ever seen.
What a joke. That's not our door handle. They took it off.
69189. I can hear dogs. Somebody's coming to the door.
What a cheek. It's astonishing, isn't it?
Yeah.
He looked out the window and then walked away from the door.
It's the only way to get the lockbox off if you don't know the code is to take the door handle off and throw it away.
Yep.
They came prepared. That's our standard key. That key does all of our properties throughout the US.
Why would he tell them that?
Hi there.
Hello.
Why are you on my property?
Come on out.
No, do not touch
You
me.
need to come outside right
No,
now.
I do not. I know my laws.
I don't know why this
Sir,
water
get off of my
crap.
property.
You need to come
Dog
out.
is
Look at that
fucking yappy as
poor
fuck.
little Pomeranian. That cute little snowball is dealing with this animal that won't fucking give it a house. Like, you're literally having this tiny little fucking dog. You're dragging it around my property. Oh my god. Look at him.
I return adverse property. Adverse possession with title.
Then you need to come out and talk to me because
Okay,
we've got a real
I will talk to you right there. Respect my space. You do not have any right to come and grab me.
Did I touch you?
You were trying to grab me when I have my paperwork.
Then
Sir,
come outside.
This is a civil matter now because I
No, it's
filed
not. You're not very civil, so it's not a civil matter.
Oh no, this is in Florida?
Bro,
Let me guess. This isn't gonna end the way she thinks it will.
Sir, get out of my house.
Adverse possession is a law that allows a trespasser to legally acquire the title to another person's property that is abandoned or not maintained.
Yeah,
However,
this is something that they invented in like the Wild West when cowboys would get killed while they were achieving manifest destiny, and so somebody else could live in their shack. Like, this is literally, like, it's a literal fucking, like, frontiersman law that people are trying to use now in a Florida suburb.
a person can only claim this after uninterrupted possession of the house for 7 years and cannot be done in secret.
I paid $4K down to get this.
Then come outside and discuss that with us.
I will discuss it. I will discuss it. You don't have no right to grab me, sir, when I have my paperwork.
I need to build another settler. I might build one here, make it a fishing village attached to the city, and then mining town up
You're
here.
gonna come outside.
Get out of my house.
Remove you from the house.
You cannot remove me from my house with my paperwork, sir.
Can we see the paperwork you have?
Fucking
State
annoying.
of Florida. State of Florida.
Florida.
Fucking idiot.
Adverse possession actually. Me and my husband had filed this.
What a fucking
You need to come outside.
Okay, well, you need to know your laws because you seem very uneducated about adverse possession. This
As
is
I said, guys, I really understand why they did the Salem witch trials. I really do. I can see where they were coming from.
I know what I'm doing.
I do. I can
I'll
see.
tell you
I
what,
get
the
it.
people who know what they're doing and know that they're doing illegally don't react the way that you do. They don't speak
You
the way that
almost
you do.
grabbed me. I said, give me a minute so that I can put my dogs away, and you grabbed me.
You tried to come running out the back of the house to
Those
run.
Pomeranians are expensive too. Shit's expensive, especially one of the white ones.
You could have gone out the
Why
front
would I
door.
run?
You didn't know I was back
The
here.
front, I saw you from there. See the assumption, sir? One of them came and
Why
tried to
$2
break
grand?
in
That
and
was an
messed up.
agent trying to show the property that is vacant and is not yours. What are you talking about?
First of all, it is.
No, it's not.
No, it's
I
not.
don't
Irish?
want
Real
the
estate
opposition.
in an attempt to establish adverse possession with title. How long has the home been sitting there abandoned? I
not
have
abandoned.
every right to actually.
It's not abandoned.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's
sweetheart,
listed
you
in the
know
MLS.
adverse possession.
It's
Man.
listed in the MLS. It's listed
Uh-oh.
in the MLS.
Uh-oh.
Grab me out here.
I'm not grabbing you. You need to get out.
No, he tried to
Uh-oh.
grab me out here. We filed adverse possession on the home already. Thank you. You can be on MLS all it wants to be. Adverse possession is still allowed, sweetheart. Thank you.
What the
Milo,
fuck
come
is this
inside.
hag talking
Come
about?
inside, Milo.
Get the dog. Arrest the dog. Those poor little palms.
I just did.
You'll be out. Don't worry.
I don't care.
Yeah, you will.
I paid already.
You'll be
I
out.
already
You'll
paid.
be out.
Went to the...
You'll be out. I'll be back in 30 days with the sheriff, and you'll be out.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. Don't worry. You'll be out.
Adverse possession.
Smarty pants.
What's adverse
You know what
possession?
you're doing?
The guy's like, what the fuck is this?
You go.
Yeah, whatever.
What's adverse?
He's trying to say it's abandoned. It's not abandoned.
Yeah, this is like you're using an ancient magic law.
There's a sheet in there where, where the contractors come and clean it every week. It's not abandoned. It's listed. It's been listed for a year.
Yeah.
We have showings all the time. It's not abandoned. It's not an abandoned property. So she's lying. She doesn't know what she's talking about. There's a certificate of title.
And he's showing us the certificate of the title right now.
Select Portfolio Servicing. There's my listing agreement from Select Portfolio Servicing. This is how old the file is. It's never been abandoned since we foreclosed on it. My phone number was on the window. She's taken that down.
The realtor said his phone number was even on the window.
So wait a minute. So he was trying to sell the house, but he can't sell the house because not only is she living in it, but she took down the sign that the house was for sale. And then she's saying that, oh, well, nobody's buying the house. Yeah, bitch, because you took down the sign. Oh, my God. How do you folks deal with so much bullshit?
All right,
oh, I mean, this is Florida, okay? Like, if you really think that they're going to put up with this, you're in for a pleasant surprise.
It's in the window. We don't see it now. I got pictures of it there last week. Okay. There's my sign last week. And there you can see the lockbox and our brass door handle. Gone.
Yep.
With all the paperwork and photo evidence the property manager has, officers determine he's correct, and the Karen has no authority to claim adverse possession on the residence. Now they just need to figure out how to get her out of the house.
I know how.
What she's doing is squatting. They changed the locks to the locks. That's that. So we have authority. If you want to break the door down, we can go in and remove her forcefully.
Please do that. Please, please, please do that.
We can arrest her with trespassing and theft. It's in the locks. That's entirely up to how far you want to go with this.
Yeah.
Would you rather?
Burn it down.
Yes.
Rather do it the safer way with minimal risk of damaging the property and doing, like you said, doing the 30 days with the sheriff's office? Or are you wanting her removed immediately now?
Now,
Because that's the
please
case.
say now.
If she doesn't let us back in, if she doesn't come and agree to open the door,
Please.
which she may not do now,
Please
because
say
she knows
now.
she's probably in the
Please
wrong,
say
you will have
now.
to be responsible for breaking the door down and paying for the damages.
Well, it's our property anyway. We own it. Whatever damage is there is there. What are they going to do in the month they're there and the money they're going to...
Absolutely, he's right. He's totally right about this. Yes, it's cheaper to break down the door now than to pay to have her in there for a month. Absolutely.
Cost us by not being able to market
Yep,
it.
there it is.
Can't answer that.
No, exactly. So you don't think she's going to come to the door anyway?
I mean, we can try again, and I would have German go up there because she doesn't like me clearly, so she might be willing to come back
It's
to the
smart.
door once he goes up to
Yeah.
her. What do you think?
Try it.
Let's try that.
I can't open this door.
Can we see that paperwork again, please? Can we go to the back?
Tricking her.
I
Nice.
filed adverse possession.
Can you just meet me in the back door? Because I need you to show me that paperwork again.
I just need to look at the paperwork. See, this police officer is very intelligent. All you need to do is tell it what it needs to hear, and then it will do what you want. Tell it, there's ice cream.
I have a cookie for you.
Come out. Oh, now you're arrested.
I have a dog to eat
There
for
was
you.
no
Pop
ice
right
cream.
in.
That's it.
She said she's coming out?
Yeah, she said, stay right there. She's going to show me through the window, I guess. He's the one that's going to need to breach this door.
Can he give us permission to kick it in, or does he have to be the one to actually do it?
You're going to make a 70-year-old man risk his old limbs to kick in the door.
I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know what the legal requirements are here. He's a senior officer. He's a master police officer, so he knows this stuff more than I do.
Master police officer. He is. And see, master police officer. I just need to look at your paperwork again, so we can be sure that you're right. The master, bro.
Do you have a screwdriver or a drill?
The master police officer. It's
I have
over.
my multi-tool that has a screwdriver in it.
Yeah, it will be faster with a drill. Because that door, like you said, it's been broke, but it's just that little piece of wood is holding it.
Ma'am, you're going to need to come outside. At least open the door.
Why?
Because I'm ordering you.
You are not my authority.
If you refuse to follow that order, you will be arrested for resisting. Do you want to be arrested for resisting?
Resisting what? I have
They just told you. They literally just told you.
my paperwork.
Resisting a lawful order.
Give me a second. I'm recording.
Go ahead and record, and then open the door.
You said you wanted to see the paperwork.
Looking like an idiot.
We need to see it personally.
See, now it's realized that there is a bit of a there's some deception at play. So now the guard is up.
Come open the door.
Adverse possession means paying the taxes on the
Yes.
home.
If you have no reason to worry, come open the door.
You grab me of your assumptions, sir.
I'm gonna yell now that I'm
We don't have a drill. We
recording.
don't have a drill.
Step back. Step back. Step back from the door. Step away from the door.
Just standing there.
Step away from the door. Sir, step away.
I'm gonna make a
This
scene now
poor
that I'm
guy.
recording.
Step away.
Just step away just a little.
I need to see him. I filed adverse.
Master police officer. The master police officer, bro. He just knew. God damn. Smart? Yes. Like, he's so good. Yeah.
Oh,
God
that's why I have
damn.
to send it back to the city.
First possession
Actually, I
on
think
the
we're gonna send
20th.
it over here.
Can I see that?
And then he
Yes.
gets the
And
door.
then
Oh
send it to
boy.
the Arabian
Dude.
City over here.
What a professional.
You can
Or
hold,
maybe
you
we
don't
could,
have to hold it, sir. This is the original copy.
Okay.
As you can see, this is the adverse possession
What's
of
your
the
name?
state of Florida. Ashley.
Okay.
Now, I know what I'm doing because this is not the only property that I pay taxes on.
No.
You pay a
it's not
portion
the
of
only
taxes for
property they
adverse possession.
spotted at.
And you start cleaning up the home so you can take over the home. Milo, come
What the
inside
fuck are you
now.
talking about?
Melody,
The
inside.
other dude, those poor little doggies. Oh no. Look at him. Oh God, I'm free. I'm free. Oh no.
Melody, inside. So no longer, this is not in your hand. This is a court civil case where we fight and we show them that we're going to be paying taxes on the home. When you pay a portion of the taxes, you go to the appraisal office and you pay a portion of the taxes on the home. This home has been sitting. That's why adverse possession exists. That's not my fault.
See, just let it say everything it needs to say. Just all right, yep, right. Okay, all right, now come outside, you're being arrested now. Just absolute complete professional, man.
That you can't do your job and you can't
foreclosed on.
Man.
If you are a real estate agent, that means you have to sell in a limited time.
You know nothing about what you're talking about.
Yes, I do.
Exhaust the dialogue.
$175,000 was paid for this property in January of last year at foreclosure sale.
Yeah.
That makes it legally the owner's property. It has not been abandoned. I have pictures of the property every week, date and time stamp, which will go to the court. You are wrong.
No, you are wrong.
And we are maintaining the
okay,
property,
and
all right?
maintaining it. What's wrong with the pool and the frogs?
Yeah.
And what's wrong with
Doesn't do
that?
any difference at
That's not
all.
maintaining.
Makes no difference. The property, and we have not abandoned it. We're here every 10 days.
10:15, let's make it.
So your criteria are wrong.
No, my criteria, sir. You cannot grab me, sir.
Oh, there it is.
I have dogs, sir. I filed.
You had dogs. You had dogs.
Adverse possession.
But the law said I could steal the house.
The right way, stop!
Oh, yeah.
My dog!
No one cares.
Sir, can you help me? I filed adverse.
No one cares. Shut up.
That's my paperwork. Sir,
What's wrong with my
paperwork? What about
No,
my
shut up.
What about my dog?
Thief.
I didn't do this.
Oh, now she's resisting? Uh-oh.
Yes, please taser. Please taser.
Turn around.
Yes.
Shut up. Just shut the fuck up.
Stand against the wall and stop resisting now.
I swear to God, I hate squatters. I hate squatters and I hate thieves. I hate criminals in general.
Got one of them?
So tired
See
of
that
criminals, bro.
master police officer, bro? He's not worried about getting her against the wall. Just handcuff her, get the cuffs on her. All right, there it is.
Are you serious? Why am I being arrested? I have rights.
I told you.
He's not even stressed out. He's not even worried. He's just like, okay, well, there it is. Just another day on the job.
This is not burglary. I have the paperwork,
here we
sir.
go again.
I went through the appraisal. State appraisal.
Face a babysitter? Yeah.
Oh my God, sir.
And now you're being charged with resisting.
Child.
Can I breathe, please? I can't breathe. Let me, please. Give me my phone. Let me get my stuff.
You don't get your stuff now.
I have my MacBook Pro.
You can
Wait,
breathe.
let's go inside.
Your MacBook Pro?
You're not bringing your MacBook Pro to jail, lady.
Won't you return that to the Apple Store, too?
Are you pressing
Probably
charges?
stole it.
It's up to the bank.
I declare bankruptcy!
Are you pressing charges?
Oh, God. Fall in the water because you won't cooperate.
What about my stuff?
What about my stuff?
What about my hood?
You're stolen
What about your what about your
Stop
dog?
resisting. Stop.
Leave me alone.
Demon voice.
Temper tantrum.
As I said, boys, they really, like, it's crazy that, like, 500 years ago we figured this out. And, like, now we've unlearned that. And now we have to relearn it all over again.
Don't make me
Jesus.
throw a temper tantrum. Please,
Sir,
shut the fuck up.
please.
Stop
Yeah.
getting in my face.
That's not fair because I had my paperwork.
It's not fair.
You're racist.
You're racist.
Ah, classic.
Yeah, it's always that.
You have
I
what?
can't wait to come for you.
Yeah.
You're a racist fat. I'm coming for that ass. Don't worry. I have my paperwork.
Coming for that
Don't
ass?
worry.
Okay, well,
Don't worry. I have
sure
paperwork.
plenty of
I have
the
paperwork
bitches
too.
in jail
I had my paperwork. And I'm being arrested for what? What am I being
do
arrested
their
for?
thing.
Burglary?
Oh, you're trying to break out of your cuffs now. So now you're going to get another charge. Up against...
Nice. He's a master.
This is really,
Master Rage
honestly,
Baiter.
this police officer needs a promotion.
Rage bait.
Now, so now you're trying to break out of your, that's another charge. Okay, all right. Yeah, you want to play this game? All right, bitch.
Why does
You're
he
about
keep
to get tased
moving
right now.
around, dude?
Yes.
Siri, call the cops.
Siri, call the cops.
Siri, call the cops.
I think you're gonna have a problem doing that later, right there.
Siri. Siri, save me, Siri. Save me.
That's so true though. Like you're literally asking a robot AI thing to save her. Like what the fuck are you doing?
Oh God. Look at these
Like
things,
Gollum.
bro. It's so insane.
Acting
Yeah,
like
Siri
Gollum,
didn't even
bro.
do it.
Roll over on your back.
Does too much.
Stay right there on the ground.
Siri doesn't need blooper.
Fuck you, fat fuck.
Spit on you. Get the f out of here. I have no respect for you, you GED, you dumb loser. Adverse possession is a law, and I'm gonna sue the f out of you
I bet
for
you're
what you just did. I
projecting,
swear
aren't
to f. Get the f away from me! You ugly fat f.
Probably projecting.
She's crashing out.
Do we need to wait for a female?
Just throw her in the car.
I have
Do we
men
need to wait for a few? Just throw her in the car.
coming too. I can't wait to see her.
Can't wait to shoot your ass. Hey, you don't have the money for that either. So, do that.
Ladies first.
Get the f off me.
This is when I started working out again 3 weeks ago.
I'll go check.
Damn, bro, like, he was ready. He was ready to wrestle her down.
Wrestle.
Inside with this guy.
So now we're gonna need animal control, 2 small dogs, possibly a Pomeranian.
Yeah.
All right, let's go inside.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody else in there. So the husband is involved in it as well. I didn't think it was her on her own.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she's been saying, her husband, but...
Why does she think she has a right to have a property when other people have to save up the down payment? It's crazy.
Because she's just stupid. She just wants to have it.
Hey, just go ahead and announce yourself.
Hello? Anybody here?
Where's the doggies?
Hello?
Wait, so she...
There's some stuff in there.
Yep.
Paperwork.
Wait, is that Fiji water? She's living high on the hog.
Oh my god.
God damn.
She's a home.
Oh my god.
What about this? Shall I bring this out?
Smart water?
I'm just taking her personal stuff in.
What the fuck is that?
Get back. Come through. Here's it. Look at this. They came prepared.
They came prepared. Door handle packaging. Yeah.
Here's my sign on the floor. Here's the lockbox with the door handle. There's a baby blood.
So they just threw all of his stuff in the corner behind the door. Wow.
I mean, I'm sorry, but this dude is not like
baby in it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't
and maybe
see
they have
walking in.
stabbings and shit in England, but that's not like something. It's like
She has a baby stroller for the dogs.
shit that goes on.
Oh wow.
He even said, see me in 30 days, but you antagonized that I would get arrested.
Holy shit. Bro, what the fuck?
See me
This
in 30
lady's
days,
insane.
but you antagonized that I would get arrested.
Jeez.
I totally understand why they did exorcisms.
About that.
I completely understand it.
I kind of agree with him.
Our forefathers were not wrong. They were just ahead of the curve.
Maybe we should
There's
never
our
give
sheet.
them.
As you can see, if you want to take a picture of this, this is a sign sheet. Look at
They
the
knew
dates
it,
we're
man.
here.
They
We
knew
have
it.
crew to come
And
see
somewhere
and make
along
sure
the line, we
everything's okay.
forgot.
Fucked up.
You see a black woman all by herself and I'm the mastermind all of a sudden?
Absolutely nothing about anything that we've done had anything to do with race.
Away. When I tried to tell you the front door, go play with the front door right now and see if you can open it from the front.
That was pretty easy. Okay.
Stay.
Yeah.
So according to this, in order to use adverse possession, you must move into and otherwise neglected property and improve the property, and the title can't be granted to you after a period of time. It must be done in a visible manner such that it is in conflict with the
Burn all
owner's
their
right.
territory that they'll still hold after the war and take everything that we're
It's
going to
okay.
take.
It's gonna do a quick pat either way. It's just for safety measures.
Safety measures for what? You got f***ing belts and everything on you. How safety for what?
You're getting
Look at
you're
me.
getting transported from one place to another.
I don't
so
care.
either way, like I said, I can just hold you here and I can just do a pat real quick. But either way, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, yes.
I got to.
I have my own authority.
I have my own.
Don't,
I'm a
dumbass.
sovereign citizen, so just don't touch me.
Oh my god. Shut up.
Oh.
You just open up a bunch of shit. Cops don't like them.
Well, we're going to.
Well, we're going to. Well, we're going
Just
to.
how easy it is if you just. I just.
Hey, crazy.
If you spit on me, you're gonna get charged with additional.
Another charge.
Holy shit, this bitch is crazy. I'm worried I'm gonna get a fucking flag because this crazy hag is like cussing so much.
It's not broken. It's not broken. It's not. She's already gotten out once.
She already got out?
These before. So
Oh.
right now you're sitting here, and you can put these handcuffs behind your back.
I don't like you guys anymore. Like I cannot. I hate
You never
you
did,
all.
lady.
I
I'm
hope
going
you
with
guys
that.
dies and I hope your children dies. Like I don't like you guys. I
Damn,
can't
you're
wait for
evil.
sovereign citizens to just come through and like when that war begins, I can't wait. Don't talk to me. I'm an American, and I want to be the face of that war too.
Hi, I'm a
Officer Espinosa with Orange County Animal Services.
That's right. Okay, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna be taking your 2 dogs. Okay?
Can you take the number?
Listen,
can you
okay,
take the number? Okay, bye. Bye,
bye, bitch.
That's why your skin sucks.
You're stupid.
Are you on behalf of them?
Dogs are getting put down. Fucking old.
Wanting to press charges for all this against her?
I'll check with the asset manager. Can I get back to you?
Well, the entire point of what we're doing is that you gave us the impression you wanted to press charges. If we're going to come back and say no, we have to let her go.
No, let's do it.
They can always change their minds and have the charges dropped later.
They
but
can,
if you being the representative want to press charges on their behalf, they can change their minds later. Otherwise, you can say no and we can release her.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think we should do then?
I cannot give you legal advice. I mean, regardless, I'm going to arrest her for the resisting charges.
And damage?
Well, that's on you guys. That's what I'm saying. Even if you don't know their firm answer right now, you are the representative. You can say yes to it right now. If they change their minds, the state attorney's office will be contacting them regardless, and they would change their minds then.
Okay, put your hand behind your back, man. Break my wrist. You're not my
man.
Break my wrist. I ain't breaking no wrist. Break my break my arm.
Shut up.
Put your hands together. Come out. Come out.
As I said, man, adult daycare. Isn't it crazy that they have to deal with these people? Like, it's astonishing that they have so much patience with these absolute fucking animals.
They're like,
it is. Like, I don't know why more. I'm surprised that we don't have more police brutality.
There should.
I am. This is crazy. One more charge. Yep.
Let's just wait for the rap.
Okay.
Rap?
I said no, right?
Oh, you're gonna.
I said no, right? I'll follow him up. What's up? I'll follow him up. Get the f away from me.
They'll make it as quote unquote. Shit.
Come at it from both sides. There you go. Oh no.
Ma'am, you really need to stop resisting.
Nope.
Yep.
What the fuck is this thing doing?
This is so fucking pathetic. Oh my god.
Oh no. Now you have assault and battery on a police officer. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Man.
We're good there. We're good.
When you have her ankles tightened, I'll pull her over in the grass.
This lady is.
Now pull over.
Fucking obnoxious guy.
Roll on your back.
Stop resisting. Please back up.
Stop resisting. Oh, there it is. It's not even talking anymore.
Yeah.
They're putting her. Oh, here we go. It's the burrito time.
Be tamed, the burrito.
You're hurting me.
Uh-oh.
Get off of me. You can't do this. I'm a human.
Man. Man, look at this. They actually got her wrapped up like a burrito. Oh my god. I'm a human, I swear. Look at him. Look at him. Think about how many thousands of dollars of everybody's tax money that we spend on micromanaging these things. Isn't that crazy?
Salt and sense.
Oh my god.
Could be a good buffer in a port. We'll keep it.
Adverse possession of a human? True.
Let me take the helmet. I don't know how she's going to react to this one.
This suspect, Ashley, was charged with felony escape, felony resisting with violence, felony battery on a law enforcement officer, providing false identification for giving the wrong last name, threats to law
Oh my god.
enforcement, burglary of an unoccupied dwelling, felony threats to a public servant, larceny, and trespassing by adverse possession without notice. There are no records indicating she filed any lawsuits against the involved officers or the property owners. Court records indicate she pleaded not guilty, bonded out, and has since stopped showing up to court, and her bond has since been forfeited. She is presumed innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
Now, in Florida, it takes 7 straight years of living on a property and paying the taxes before you can even try to make that claim. And this wasn't that, not even close. You know what gets people jammed up fast? confidence built on something they don't fully understand. Because what she's holding right there, adverse possession, that's not a free pass to take control of someone's house. So now we've got officers walking into a situation where someone truly believes they belong there, and that belief, that's what makes it harder than it was. And she gave them a fight the entire time, and those are all delay tactics, not to win. She just wanted to avoid losing. But here's the moment I want you to really lean in on. Around the 11:47 mark, watch how she begins throwing threats around, trying to pull the officer's attention toward her voice, while at the exact same time, she's working her hands, slipping through those cuffs. That's attention manipulation. Get officers focused on what they hear, so they miss what they should be seeing, but it didn't work. Some people don't escalate because they're actually confused. They escalate because somewhere along the way, they decided they're not leaving no matter the cost. But keep in mind, situations like this, they never fall apart because of what someone actually knows. They fall apart because of what someone thinks they know.
God damn. Holy shit.
Court records in.
Wow. Okay, yeah, what an absolute fucking animal. That is insane. And the fact that, like, they didn't even do anything to her, right? She's like, just... Oh my God. She got away. Yeah, apparently she's out in the wild again. No, it's actually crazy that they just let these people get out. Like, I feel like after you do something like this, oh, it stops showing up to court. I mean, how do you rack up 8 charges and then they think that it's okay for you to bond out? Like, you're obviously violent. You're obviously crazy. What are you doing? Read the comments. Let's see what the comments say. And Florida passed a law last year that allows a homeowner to evict a squatter immediately. Yeah, I remember that. And never in my life wanted to see someone get tased so badly. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Like, after seeing this go on multiple times, I really want, I think that we need more police brutality. We do. Like, I hate the fact that these people exist. I hate the fact that they're so aggressive and they act like literal children. Oh, my God. What a leech on society. Absolute disgrace. Yep, abso-fucking-lutely. The fact that Siri said no. Jesus, bro. What a fucking video. And are insane asylums not an option? They're not. And they have to bring those back. They do. In my opinion, they have to bring back insane asylums, and we can just put all these people up in it. Like, she's already basically in a straitjacket. I mean, like, that's what we've wanted all along. I feel like that's obviously the good thing to do. That's the nice way to do things. But for some reason, people don't want to do that. And I don't know why. I feel like it would just be so much better if we could just put these people in insane asylums. Wait, so you don't have them? No, we don't. We don't have them. Like, and so what happens is that we have these crazy people in the United States that just run absolutely fucking wild.
Dude,
They're
I don't know
crazy. They cause so many problems. And it's just insane. Is it wrong to fantasize about police force in full plate armor that just stomp this behavior down with pure aura? I feel the same way, man. I do. I would love to see that happen. And again, W video, more like these. I love these videos. Let me link it to you guys. Midwest safety. Holy fuck, man. And yeah, and then, oh, also that it was racist. Is it true that Americans are on the street boycotting Trump? There's some of them, yeah. That was yesterday, 1%. Though. Now they had to, I guess maybe they had to go back to work. I'm not sure.
8 million, whatever.
And someone who willingly projects their delusion upon others like this are crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, really, like, as I said, you gotta catch them all, right? Gotta catch them all. And that's it. I really have to say that, like, after playing Crimson Desert, like, now I've played it, like, a number of hours, like, a multiple hours. What game? You're gonna find out. And I really think that it's, like, impressively good. It's very, very good. Like, there are some very, very rough edges in the game. But those rough edges are, like, structural problems. Like, for example, like, colors and stuff like that. Overall, like, the game has improved tremendously as it's continued.
How do I talk about this one? Crimson Desert has to be the best worst game that I have ever played. It is
stole that from me.
Utterly magnificent, yet a complete train wreck at the exact same time.
Yes.
I have multiple times yelled out in frustration that I am done with this. This game is absolute garbage.
It's exactly
Thrown
right.
my controller down, only then to go and play it for the rest of the night. I hate this game. And I absolutely love it. I thought that Marathon was going to be polarizing.
Yes.
This is the most controversial game that we have seen in years.
I think that the controversy has kind of gone away. I think that ever since they did a couple of patches and they've fixed up some of the like little bugs and shit, like the controls, I think that a lot of the controversy has receded.
For the first time, everybody's divided over it, and it has nothing to do with social politics or monetization or anything other than the gameplay.
That's
it
true.
just comes down to a relatively good game that you have to walk through barbed wire, broken glass, and razor blades to be able to enjoy it. Some people are going to walk that path. Others are going to want to have nothing to do with it. Both are completely valid.
I think that the only problem that I really have is that barbed wire and everything that you have to walk through is not intentional. Things like the menus being confusing, things like inventory space being a problem, things like the gamma correction whenever you're seeing a light on the screen, blinding everything else. Like that's unintended difficulty, right? They didn't try to make the game that way. The game just turned out that way.
This game
I think the actual
is
gameplay
both
difficulty is
elevated by and a victim of its own ambition. This game just does so much. And whether it's this game's controls or its combat or its narrative or whatever it might be, these developers tried to make an everything game.
They did.
And in that, they made something so incredibly flawed. And in an industry that is so afraid of risk, I have to respect that. I really do. So today, I want to talk about my experience with Crimson Desert. I want to talk about how polarizing this game has been for the gaming community, and I also want to talk about how, for all of its flaws, I dare anybody to try to do better. So I'm going to start off by saying this. Crimson Desert is almost exactly what I expected it to be, and that's probably why I'm a little bit more forgiving when it comes to this game, at least compared to most people. For well over a year, every single time they showed off this game, it just kept getting bigger. More mechanics, more systems, more characters, more everything. And every time I saw that, I kept thinking the same thing. There's going to be a cost for this. Because whenever a game tries to do this much, something always ends up giving. And it's usually the same two things. It's controls and writing. So going in, I was already expecting this game to have rough controls and generally generic storytelling. That wasn't really a surprise to me. The only question was...
I don't know why Korean devs can't write good stories. I don't know.
How bad was it going to be? And more importantly, whether or not this actually sinks the game. And honestly, those two concerns got answered pretty quickly. Now, before this game launched, and honestly, this is where a lot of the drama started, there was a very clear split between the people that were talking about it. You had content creators who had experienced the game in previews that were being mostly positive, leaning towards what the game does well and kind of brushing past some of the rough edges, while journalists went completely in the opposite direction, hammering their frustrations and downplaying the highs. And the review numbers reflect that split in a weird way. On Metacritic...
Do you guys notice something about these two different things? That all of the people that had played it for 50 to 100 hours liked it, and the reviewers that have played it for like 12 hours don't. I think that's really what happened, is that, like, a lot of these people, like, I don't even know if they played it for 12 hours, to be honest. Like, I don't even believe that. I think what happened is that the reviewers didn't like the game because the game is extremely complex, and to be fair, before they did the patch, it was convoluted and it was really hard to understand what the fuck to do in the game. It was a big problem, and it was so much of a problem that they fixed it. But besides that, as soon as you understand what to do, and you're able to, like, okay, this is this system, I have to intuit it this way, I have to approach it from this direction, then you're able to do it. But I think the reason why you had a lot of these reviewers that said it was bad is because they didn't put in the requisite time to understand the game. That's fundamentally what it was.
Critic.
And that's why the difference is there between
reviews,
players.
Only 3 of them came from major outlets, while about 30% of those reviews, mostly from those same outlets, dragged that score below an 80.
Like,
now,
what do you think the probability is that these reviewers didn't play the game even nearly as long as the YouTubers? I think it's guaranteed.
I thought this was just going to be another Black Myth or a Stellar Blade situation where critics and players are just living in completely different realities, but after digging into it, that's not actually what's happening here. This game is just genuinely divisive across the board, but just not for the same reasons. Because, well, the things that people agree on are actually pretty consistent. Exploration and combat, most people really love that stuff, but where it breaks down is actual priorities. A lot of the critics are focused on the storytelling and writing or their frustrations for the review process itself. IGN is...
I'm sorry, but, like, the storytelling if you are playing a game like this and you care about the storytelling, just go watch porn for the plot. Just go read Playboy for the articles. Just stop it.
Really good example of this. They
That's not
spent
what
a
it's
noticeable chunk of their coverage just talking about their experiences with Pearl Abyss rather than actually
Yeah, it had
just sticking
nothing to do with the game.
Players, on the other hand, don't seem to really care about any of that.
No.
They're just locked into the moment-to-moment stuff, the controls, the menus, the inventory, the itemization, the things that you're actually dealing with while you're playing the game every single second. And
well, this is and that exactly is the massive disconnect between developers, players, and reviewers. Is that reviewers are telling developers that players care about like plot lines and they care about these like meta level artistic things, but players play video games to play the video game. Playability and gameplay matter the most, and that's the one thing that like the priority system that these reviewers have is very clearly lacking. They're not able to appropriately and accurately gauge gameplay on the importance that I think average players put it at.
Try and defeat this wave of
Like the story is not as important as the gameplay. It's not even remotely close.
In priorities
not in
makes a
something
lot
like
of sense.
this.
Critics will happily throw away a game that has weak writing, while
Exactly.
players
Yes.
are more than happy to
Nobody
scrape by
cares.
if it's a good adventure.
And how do you know that? Because people play Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, Arc Knight's Infield, Honkai Star Rail, and what's the other one? Zenless Zone Zero. All of those storylines are, some parts of it are good, most of it sucks.
that I think is very clearly reflected in how this game actually sold. Because despite how split this conversation was, this game still showed up. It launched to around 240,000 concurrent players, and even with people complaining all over the place, it still climbed.
Let me pull it up, because we didn't know if it was going to hit a new peak. Let's find out if it's going to hit a new peak.
Probably did.
Pull it up.
I've heard a lot of people talking about that game.
Damn, bro, it went up on Sunday. It almost hit a new peak today. 200 and like a 250,000 people playing a week after release, a single player game. That's a success. That is a success right there. I'm sorry.
Up over the weekend, pushing closer to 250,000 concurrent players and selling over 2 million copies in its first 24 hours. It also launched to mixed reviews on Steam, which really wasn't all that surprising, but once people sat with it for a little bit longer, that score started to creep up. Now it's sitting at mostly positive, around 80%, and I don't really think that's where it's going to stop. Pretty soon after launch, Pearl Abyss had already responded. They acknowledged a lot of the issues. They said they were going to address some of the control problems. They also followed it up with a pretty big update, tightening a few things up, fixing a bunch of inventory problems. Not all of them, at least not yet.
They're better.
And even some small stuff like making sprint work on a single tap instead of having to mash the button like an idiot. Now, while this all sounds minor, for a game like this, that friction adds up fast. And oh boy, is there a lot of friction here. I did not get a review copy for this game. I was not a part of any previews. I have been playing it at the same time as everybody else, and honestly, that is probably for the best. Because if I had early access, I might have committed some international crimes against humanity, against whoever designed this control scheme, the UI, and the inventory system. This game feels like you're trying to eat a $100 steak with a spoon. Like you're staying...
Take this one.
Wow. What a fucking analogy. Trying to eat a $100 steak with a spoon. Holy shit.
Okay, I think we can,
That is, dude, that is fucking perfect. Oh my god.
At a luxury hotel where it's only cold water and the lights turn on only if you perfectly clap the guitar solo through the fire and flames. It's like being on a perfect date with an absolute bitch. It feels like a great game.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That does not want you to actually enjoy.
Is that right?
You've got a stamina system in combat that you can't even see. The mini-map is shoved into the bottom left-hand corner, completely out of your natural sight line, so it's basically useless unless you stop and stare at it. The menus have menus. You are constantly digging through layers and layers just to find basic information. I am looking up guides for things that shouldn't even need guides, like camp expeditions.
I had to look up a guide for how to use and eat food on the girl, Damien, or whatever the fuck her name is, because I couldn't keybind the food. And I looked up a guide, and nobody else knew how to do it either. So I just kept pressing escape whenever I was in this fight with this guy. I kept pressing escape and going into the menu and then eating food.
Game just keeps throwing systems at you and it just doesn't explain it at all. There are mechanics that you're supposed to use that the game never even tells you that exist.
No.
Jump Force Palm is used puzzle after puzzle,
Yes.
and the game just never mentions it. I remember I was spending 30 minutes on one of the world puzzles thinking that I was doing something wrong. A voice on the wind kept saying, our connection isn't strong enough, which means nothing to me without any context, only for me to find out later that you can't even do certain puzzles until you progressed further in the story. This game has no feedback.
The game, yeah, exactly. The feedback is the issue. If the game had better feedback, I don't think any of these problems would exist.
On what you were doing wrong and right.
Yeah.
Also, whoever made the spellcasters that fly around while you're fighting 50 enemies on the ground, spamming shadow bolts at you like they're basil juice from Monster Hunter, needs to be drawn and quartered. I
love it.
Hate you. And then there's the
yes.
controls.
Oh, yes. They're so bad. They are the worst.
My God, the controls. I switched to controller because playing on mouse and keyboard felt like I was learning how to play piano from scratch, and it's not any better. Every single button is contextual.
I'm playing on control right now.
Everything
But I don't know how to play
You want
piano.
to throw out your
Some
hook?
of
Well,
the
now you're
games that
crouching.
come
You want
out
to
now,
slide? Now you're throwing out
when
your
you
hook. You want to try to lock on?
try
Well,
to
now
play
you're
on mouse and
blinding
keyboard,
somebody
it's
with a
like they
lantern. You want to
didn't know
parry?
what the
Cool.
fuck
You
they
need
were
to
doing when
stop
they were
locking
programming
on
the
to the
keyboard.
enemy that you're trying to
it's
parry
because
because the
everybody's
lock on
controls
is
and
on the
programming
parry
games.
button. It's
don't know
insane.
what
I've
the
never
fuck they
seen anything like this before. It's like I got to the point where I was genuinely starting to question myself, like, okay, do I need to take an IQ test? Am I missing something obvious here? Am I just stupid?
See, I thought I was retarded too until I went and I watched other people, and they were even more retardeder than I was.
Or does this game just not want to be played? And that's the part that makes this all so frustrating, because underneath all of that, the reason this game is the way that it is because there is a ridiculous amount of game here, like an overwhelming amount. And the only reason that people are willing to stick through and fight through all of this friction is because of what's on the other side
Because
of it.
we have nothing else to play. Before this, I was playing Wuthering Waves. I was back into my old ways. I got Amiath completely leveled out, or Imeth completely leveled up. I did her entire quest line. It was beautiful. It was an amazing quest line. And I was clearing out the map, and then this game came out, and I dropped that shit like a rock. I did. I dropped it like a fucking rock. I'm back to playing this.
Science.
I'll be honest, after just a couple of hours, I was already done. I was ready to drop it, but I locked in and I kept pushing forward. And that's when I started to notice something. For every stretch of frustration, I would get these flashes of brilliance. At first, it was the story. It felt flat, generic. Honestly, it is still hot ass and may as well not even be there. But the more time that I spent with it, the more I kind of liked just being this nobody, just some John Everyman. It started to feel like I was at the beginning of some D&D campaign. I was leveled.
Well, I like that too. Like, I mean, I think that there's a lot of MMOs that treat you like you're the hero of the universe, and I don't think it's the problem. Like, it's not. You can do that, right? I mean, Final Fantasy 14 does that, right? But I like my idea. Like, I don't like the fact that you play a character that's named. If it was up to me, I would have shifted the way the story was told, and I would have made it like you're a new recruit into this group rather than you're the leader of the group.
I had no clue what was going on. I'm helping a farmer find his cows, and clearing out a bandit camp, picking up random people along the way, dragging them out of bars, scraping them off the streets, bailing them out of jail, and somewhere in there, my priorities started to shift. It stopped being about chasing this clean narrative, this structured narrative that we're used to, and it just started to be about a journey. Just existing in this world, moving from situation to the next, and man, there is an adventure to be had here.
Yeah.
The game is stunning. The engine is like black magic. The performance, the lighting, the color, the draw distance. You're looking at mountains, clouds, entire towns on the horizon, and you know that you can just point your camera and just go there. No walls, no limits, just go. And yes, I know that the menus in this game and the systems in this game are overwhelming, but that's also why the world ends up feeling endless. There's always something pulling at you. I've mostly just been sticking to the campaign just to unlock things, but it still feels like I'm barely scratching at the surface of this game. There are strongholds to clear, crew members that you can send out on jobs, you can rob a bank, cook, cut trees, hunt, mine, build your base, mini games, puzzles, tournaments, hidden bosses, dungeons. you're never sitting around wondering what to do next. I think that the best way I can describe this game is that it's a toolbox game, not just because the game still needs a lot of work, but also because...
like, for example, like, I'll give you another example for me, is that, like, so I've been trying to get the spell effect things. So you have to go into this tower, you have to climb all the way up to the top of the tower, destroy the basement of the tower, fight this most annoying fucking boss ever. It's a terrible fucking boss. And then you get teleported up into the fucking, into the sky lane, into the sky, the sky zone. And then you have to do like 5 different puzzles. Then you have to glide all the way across a massive area in the abyss that if you fuck it up or you don't have enough stamina, you fall down and die. Like, it's absolutely fucking insane, man. It's so good.
Because there is just a ton of stuff that I haven't even touched yet. There are whole systems that I barely interacted with. Other characters that I haven't used, and I'm still trying to figure out what my version of this game even looks like. Because it's not asking you to use everything. It's just asking you to figure out how you want to play. If you hate puzzles, well, you can go earn skill points through combat or just by engaging with people. If you don't want to gather resources or anything like that, well, you can just loot enemies, take on bounties, rob people.